Looks like Imnotkenneth dropped the video addressing the allegations that Kvrtez, Kathelina made, whatever you want to go by, or whatever she goes by. This gonna be juicy. This is a crazy way to start off our Wednesday morning. If you don't know, really quickly, Kvrtez dropped a video saying that, well, first she got caught cheating on the boyfriend. This is the boyfriend, now ex-boyfriend. She got caught cheating on her ex-boyfriend with her cousin. Yeah, having inappropriate relations with her cousin. It's crazy, I know. But yeah, she made a video making allegations saying that Kenneth right here was he choked her multiple times. He essayed her, forced himself on her. Like, it's just a lot of stuff going on. Let's get into this.
Kathelina, there's no way out of this one. I'm sorry, but
Off rip, you know what I peep? He locked in with this video. He locked in with his video. Okay. Didn't he have like the whole wall right here? It was like Gunner wall. Good. Thank God. Take that shit down. Okay. It's hard to take you serious when you addressing something serious and you got a whole Gunner wall in the background. You feel me? Then you had the Nami body pillow right here. What'd you do with it? You feel like you took it and threw it in the closet for now, or you put that thing to the wall? And then, like, okay, I'm sorry, we gotta get to the video, but like, this poster is throwing me off. I hope he don't sleep on his back. Cause imagine you sleep on your back, you wake up, and the first thing you see is the belly of Peter Griffin. That's not strange to you? Whatever. Come on, let's do this.
you're done. You're finished. So apparently Kat has dropped a video titled My Truth. But honestly, Kat has dropped a video titled My Truth, but the whole video's fucking lies. So how the fuck does that work? I'm not gonna lie, Kat, you fucked with the wrong one. Nobody, and I mean nobody, will sit here and fucking lie on my fucking name, bro. Hell nah. Alright?
I'm not gonna lie though, she did have some receipts. You feel me? She did have some receipts and it looked like you was down bad, brother.
So the demon has dropped the video My Truth. For whatever fucking reason, it has 2.8 thousand likes. Y'all niggas are sick in the head. Y'all niggas really let yourself get manipulated by this demon, bro. By this fucking demon. Let's get into it.
Hello everyone, I am here to say my truth and share my story on the things that have been released on the internet and the things that have happened to me. First and foremost, I want to start off by taking
my
full
camera out the way. My bad. My bad. Let's go down here for now.
For what I did. I want to start off by apologizing to the person that I hurt the most in this situation, which was my ex. I want to say sorry to my supporters that I disappointed. I did a lot of things that I'm not proud of, and I have to own up to them. To my ex, I'm so sorry for hurting you, and I'm sorry that I did not take your feelings into consideration when I did what I did.
Watch this whole
but our
video.
relationship was not picture perfect.
Alright, I'm sorry for fucking, you know what, I'm sorry for cheating on you with my cousin, but our relationship wasn't perfect, so that's the reason why I did so. I'm sorry for sending my cousin pictures of my ass, titties, and fucking cooch on your living room couch and in your restroom and on my bed, but you know what, because our relationship wasn't okay, that excuses it.
Yo,
I'm sorry that you had to find my cousin's cock in my camera roll, but you know what, it's okay, because our relationship wasn't okay in the first place. And that right there is the work of the
Yo, he ain't come to play. He woke up and chose straight violence today. Bars, but like, God, no, true though, because I checked out her whole My Truth video just last night, and throughout the video I'm sitting there like, okay, but at what point do we address the fact that you was fucking on your cousin, having inappropriate relations with your cousin? You feel me? At what point do we address that? Because it sounded like she spoke about a lot of things but that. You feel me? And what he's saying is real. Like, okay, so what you saying is like, yeah, our relationship wasn't healthy, but like, but that's because that's the reason why you went and was sending nudes to your cousin. What?
Reputation saver that you was emailing and your fucking YouTube manager told me about.
Wait. We moving too fast. Hold on. Inspector DKAF gotta read these screenshots.
You had to find my cousin's cock in my camera roll, but you know what? It's okay.
Oh my God.
Okay, because our relationship wasn't okay in the first place. And that right there is the work of the reputation saver that you was emailing.
The reputation saver said, "Hi, Kathelina. My name is Blank, I work in brand strategy, public relations, crisis management. I recently became aware of the situation surrounding the allegations and the resulting public discussion online. While I understand this is likely an overwhelming and stressful moment, I wanted to reach out because I believe there is a clear path to protecting both your reputation and your long-term career. One of the first things that stood out to me was the decision to delete your social media accounts. Blah blah blah. While that reaction is understandable, blah blah blah, blah blah blah. The reality is that public perception is rarely shaped by a single event; it is shaped by how the event is handled afterwards. My approach would focus on 3 priorities: stabilizing the narrative. Rather than allowing speculation to dominate the conversation, we would establish a controlled communication strategy. Blah blah blah. Reputation preservation, strategic reintroduction. I had developed a comprehensive recovery strategy that I believe can significantly improve the current situation and help position you for a successful return to your audience when the timing is appropriate. If you're open to a conversation, I'd be happy to discuss my assessment of the situation. So it's like, it's just a well thought out cold email. And I know because I work in cold emails. It's like kind of what I do for my job. But how did we get this screenshot? That's what I want to know. I feel like that's important to know. We can't just skip past that. I'm not discrediting the screenshot, but like, how did we get this screenshot? This was an email. It looks like it was sent from someone offering PR services to Kathelina in like a one-on-one basis. So how do we get this?
And your fucking YouTube.
Hello, I'm interested. How do we get this? Do you have access to her emails, bro? Maybe like she left her computer at your house and you like just scrolling through her emails. Look, I'm sorry, I'm taking it there. And I'm not defending her by any means. Okay, fucking on your cousin is weird behavior. That is very strange. But I also can't be biased. You feel me? I'm trying to be on the middle ground.
Manager told me about.
I've attached the Zoom link above. Thanks again for reaching out earlier. I apologize that I couldn't give the conversation the attention it deserved at the time. So I wanted to set aside time. What is this picture in this email? Okay. In the meantime, try not to let the noise online overwhelm you. Situations like this can feel much bigger when you're in the middle of them. Blah, blah, blah. My job is to help you look at it strategically instead of emotionally. I genuinely believe there's a path forward. So, like, if Kenneth, what you're saying is that she's lying, then whoever reached out to her with this strategy, it sounds like they kind of just told her to lie. To just straight up lie. Because this shit don't make no sense, bruh. Maybe she is, they both young. Maybe she's just unguided. I don't know.
Bruh, he told me that the moment I exposed you, that you was emailing people trying to figure out ways how to come back from this shit, bruh. You was emailing people discussing ways on how to just push the whole cousin freakery aside and just bring something new to light. And it's like, bro, like, come on, bro. Like, you really gonna try to ruin me because you got caught cheating on your cousin. I'm innocent. I didn't do shit. But you know what? I'm gonna watch the video and hear what you gotta say.
You know what? And this may sound sexist, and I hate to sound like red pill or any of that shit, but like, I feel like this is like a common tactic that people use to avoid accountability. Instead of like addressing the main problem at hand, they go and try and flip it on you and say, well, you did this, well, you did that, well, you're this kind of person. Okay, well, can we talk about like what was brought to the table? Because I don't know about y'all. Maybe I missed past it, misunderstood the video where she's talking about my truth. And maybe she did address the whole wanting to, test out her cousin's meat. Maybe she talked about how like playing house went too far when they were kids and she just started like fantasizing about it. I don't know.
I lost myself in our relationship and I was in a very dark place at the time when I did what I did. I have to own up to what I did. I have to take accountability for my actions. And in doing that, I've come to realize that I need help for myself and for all my loved ones around.
Okay, all right, yeah, we get that.
Help in order to correct my mistakes, reflect on what I've done, and become a better person. But I would still like to come on here to share my story because
honestly, that would explain why. I said this when I was checking out her video, but her video kind of felt scripted It felt like she was reading, and it's very edited. A lot of like cuts going on. Um, I guess that would make sense.
Regardless, I've done wrong, and I did not have to go down that route, and I deeply regret it. But there's more to my story, and there's a lot of lies and misinformation being spread about me.
Okay.
In order to farm more hate and negativity towards my name, and I would like to clear up a lot of things. First, I want to address the note that was released online. I did not have any involvement in creating it or writing.
It was a shared note. Bro, on Apple phones, you share a note to somebody. You collaborate on a note. Both people. You have to literally like damn near like accept that shit. Am I tripping? It's a shared note.
You literally do.
I went through your notes app and that shit was there. You have a bucket list with your cousin, bro. Like, come on, bro. Some of the stuff that's on there doesn't even make sense if he wrote it from his point of view. The internet is not that stupid.
He preaching though, and I thought this right when I first checked out this video. I'm like, is she talking about like a different note, you know? But if she's talking about the note that's a shared note, like, what do you mean that was falsified? You got nothing to do with sending that note. That was a shared note, and we saw the picture of the contact that note is shared with. You know how like when you go to share a note on an iPhone, it says like you can just send the note or you can share it to collaborate with them. No, that note is shared to collaborate with them. So he has open access to that note and to modify that note and maybe put in things that he wants to do too. So like, you know, I do feel like you could have just been like, yeah, you know what? I did have inappropriate relations with my cousin. And you know what? Like, yeah, I felt like it was wrong, but I couldn't get past it for blank reason, whatever the case it is. I know it's wrong. And, you know, like, it's just different ways to kind of like acknowledge and take accountability for that instead of flipping that on the other person and say, well, you know what? I had inappropriate relations with my cousin because you weren't a good boyfriend. What the fuck that gotta do with anything? You feel me? Like, I don't know this man, so I don't know whether he's a good guy or not. But, like, I don't understand how someone not being a good boyfriend equates to you wanting to taste and feel the meat, the testicles of your blood cousin. That to-do list, wild.
Wait, it was only shared to me. And I also want to make this very clear. I did not have any sexual intercourse with anybody outside of my relationship. There was a rumor going around that I was cheating my entire relationship, and I've been doing this for months, which is completely false.
Hey, first of all, hold on. First of all, there's clips on the internet of you literally admitting, confessing your love for your cousin.
But back when I was like, I don't even know the age, to be honest. I was young. I was just hitting puberty. Me and my cousin,
L story, yep, get
we
to the
kind of had a
point.
thing. We kind of had a thing going. But like, it was kind of one-sided though. It was more so me. But like, I remember like, I had a big crush on this nigga because we were best friends. And at the time, being best friends with a guy when I'm just hitting puberty and like my hormones are a little bit like peaking, you know what I'm saying? I kind of associated him with that.
Literally, like, I'm talking about, I don't know how old this clip was, last year, 2 years ago, but we've been dating for 2 years and some change, and you're on stream talking about how you have feelings for your cousins. You found him attractive when I was younger. You don't know if it was your hormones taking over, but now the fact that you cheated on me with your cousin, this means that every single time you told me that you left to go hang out with your family, that you left to Kentucky to go stream at this fucking, the biggest world.
Wait.
You told me that you left to go hang out with your family, that you left to Kentucky.
All right, I'm sorry. I hate when they flash past screenshots. Kenneth, I'm going to Kentucky to stream at the biggest amusement park ever. Dumbasses. And then she didn't even stream that Kentucky trip. Fly to Kentucky, starts boarding in 40.
To go stream at this fucking, the biggest world fucking roller coaster in the world. You was with your cousin. Because, I mean, I have proof.
Little sister, I'm going to main event, blah, blah, blah. But I'm getting food and going to gym and hoop. Blah, blah, blah. I just listen to music in the car, talk to blah, blah, blah. Okay, I don't know what all this stuff is saying, but like, I'm not gonna lie. If your girl tells you that she's going out of town to go do something in specific, and it's something as public as streaming, and she's not streaming while she's out there, it's cooked. It's cooked. That shit is over. There's nothing more to it. You feel me? What you saying is not adding up. You feel me? Don't tell me you going out of town to go streaming. You're not streaming while you out there. What the fuck is you doing while you out there? Talking about my Uncle Sean came and picked me up from the airport. Or was it your uncle or was it your cousin? Now that we look back, right? Or your cousin was with your uncle. You feel me? Talking about go to the gym and hoop. What about the stream? Where's the stream at? Isn't that what you went there for?
For that too, like you was in the hotel room with your cousin. You kept on telling me you was going on these trips. You went to Puerto Rico with your cousin. You went everywhere with your cousin, and it's like, bruh, like, but you only cheated on me recently, right? This only happened last month, right? Okay, but you know, I guess you just get to excuse that. I guess I don't know, like I don't know if this is like manipulation, top tier rage bait or what, but okay, you know what? I'm gonna keep on listening to what you got to say. All right.
I do want to give the benefit of the doubt, okay? And I will say, to be fair, she did say I didn't have sex with anyone outside of my relationship, but like, okay, yeah, she did say that. That's fair. But what about you sending inappropriate pictures to your cousin, right? From what I remember, I'm pretty sure, at least the allegations were that you was like turned around, bent over in front of the mirror, talking about look at them yams. That's what I remember. So how about we talk about what the situation is with your cousin? You feel me? Because, yeah, maybe, I don't know how real and how accurate this is. Maybe you didn't have sex outside of your relationship. But, like, the fact that you wanted to, I mean, that's just as bad. That is just as bad. You got a whole to-do list. You want the man to paint your face. Your cousin to paint your face. You want to do public head videos. You want to do, like... sex in the movies. This to-do list that was with your cousin is something that you drafted up, or at least had shared ownership of while in a relationship. So yeah, you can sit here and say you didn't have sex outside of your relationship, but like your actions is just as bad. That's still cheating. That's still cheating. That's mental and emotional cheating. Get the fuck out of here.
This is only a recent incident that had occurred. I'm not trying to make anything I've done sound any better, but I think it's important that I share my truth because of the insane amount of lies that are being spread about me on the internet. Firstly, I want to clear up that I wasn't disowned by anybody, and I still have a great relationship with my mother. This was a fallacious rumor that was started by someone that I thought was a friend and is completely untrue. My family does not agree with the choices that I made, but they're standing beside me as I continue to get help and work to better myself. I also want to talk about
First of all, even though I'm in the right 100% for leaving you and talking about how I feel because you cheated on me with your cousin, you know, your parents were literally calling me and threatening me to delete that video because I don't know, they were threatening me with so much stuff that was just so uncalled for, and I don't know, it just seems like they're more biased to you than what's actually going on. Like I think the fact that you're making this video right now, and I don't know, man, let me just keep watching.
I mean, it makes sense that her parents gonna be biased. Not gonna lie, she is her parents' baby girl. They're gonna want the best for her, regardless of like what her actions were. You feel me? I'm not saying that threats were okay, but like they're gonna be biased, 100%, 100%. Shit, this whole thing crazy.
the stream that my ex was on, where he alleged that I did not.
And one thing too that I do realize now is, from what I understand, if I remember correctly, when Kenneth first dropped the video where he was talking about how they broke up and what caused the breakup, it didn't seem to me like he was really dragging her character per se. He just talked about some of the actions, and the actions being, well, she was in the bathroom FaceTiming her cousin, talking about look at the yams, right? She was turned around with her booty butt ass naked on FaceTime with her cousin, and on FaceTime with her cousin while she's literally in the shower. You know, she's going to sleep on the phone with her cousin. Like, these other things are like things that he was talking about, and we're just like, damn, she did all that while living in a house that I'm paying all the bills for. that she felt disrespectful, and damn right that she gonna feel disrespectful. But like at no point did I hear him say like, if I remember correctly, correct me if I'm wrong, but at no point did I hear him say, yeah, she's the scum of the earth, she's fucking crazy in all these ways, and she was doing all these things in our relationship. Like the main thing that I remember him talking about was just the cousin shit, the fact that you cheated with your cousin. You feel me? Whereas her response was, well, he did this, and he strangled me twice, and he forced himself on me, and here's all these screenshots of where he's, where he's saying that he's toxic, pretty much. And yeah, I mean, again, I will never, ever, ever justify SA or physical assault on a woman. None of that. But like, again, this shit's not adding up. The math ain't mathing.
I want to publicly claim him, and I wanted to hide our relationship from the internet. But in reality, in the first year of us being together, we actually had a popular couple page. And the real reason on why I wanted to go private was because at the time, I had a lot of people actively telling me to leave him.
Bro. Like, it's honestly crazy how much, like, bro, I've never been in a situation like this, but bro, girls are really like manipulators, bro. And I wish I had iCloud Pro or iCloud Plus, bro, because I'm scrolling through my phone trying to bring the proof. This girl literally would make excuses not to post me because her fucking fan base was majority guys. She kept on telling me that she had a lot of mods that would gift her subs and she would use them, bro.
But honestly, this is like a really common thing in the streamer space, or the content space in general. A lot of these bigger, like female streamers, I hate to use the word female, but bigger streamers that are women, they do tend to, from what I've seen, they do tend to hide the fact that they have a man in their life, because they know that a large portion of their audience is thirsty ass niggas who like, or who are hoping to get her attention. Who are hoping, if I just send her the right amount of money, if I just buy her the right amount of stuff, she'll notice me. Shit is pathetic, okay? But like, it's something that we do see time and time again. I'm not surprised. I'm not justifying it, but I'm not surprised.
She would literally use y'all, bruh. She would literally take y'all money and fucking, I don't know what type of operation she had going on, but bro, she didn't want to post me because of all her male fans. She didn't want to talk about me. I ain't gonna lie, we broke up like 5+ times in our whole relationship, and 99.9% of the times we broke up, she ran to the internet to talk about the breakup, to talk about whatever happened. And it's just so weird, bro. But the moment I do, when you actually do something insane, like cheat.
Nate, can you imagine dating someone who, anytime y'all get into it, they go public with it? They go and run to their audience. Well, their audience is just going to agree with everything that they say, because I mean, her audience is a bunch of thirsty ass niggas who are hoping for a chance. I don't know her audience personally. Okay, I'm just making general statements. So please don't be butthurt, and don't go hopping on my dick about this shit. This is just entertainment.
On me with your cousin, I'm the bad guy. Like, I'm the bad guy.
Because it was toxic. I also want to make it clear that any cousin or stepbrother or any content like that we made together was his idea, and he convinced me to do it.
Say wallahi. Yo, like I said, bro, she did not want the internet to know that she had a boyfriend because it would make her lose followers. She kept on telling me that, and I wish I had screenshots from when, bro. I don't know what's going on my iCloud. I'm trying to get messages from like early 2024 to 23, but I can't, bro. But I promise y'all, she would not want to post me. You could go on her page. She never had videos of me. It was always me, bro. I literally kept on telling her, why don't you post me? Why don't you post me? And she confessed this one time saying, my followers are majority males. They wouldn't follow me. I would lose all my followers, etc., etc., etc.
I believe
sick in
it.
the head, bro.
Next thing I want to address is a very serious topic. It is my belief that suicide in any form should be taken serious and never lightly. While I understand the streaming business and the need to say crazy things in order to get clips and impressions, the thought that somebody's personal struggle with suicide can be used by anybody for jokes and views is disgusting and cruel. While I've been off the net, it was brought to my attention that the streamer Snowcone made up a false rumor that I admitted myself into a suicide facility in order to get attention from my ex. I was involuntarily admitted into a suicide facility because
All right, so first of all, this was like 5 days before I posted my video, and basically what happened was she kept on blowing up my phone, spamming my phone, no caller ID, text messages, calling my friends, and kept on saying, can I get back with you? Can we please work this out? I'm going insane. I'm going to, manipulation words to get me to fucking give her attention, because I was trying my hardest to just move forward in life. She caught.
Damn, that's tough. That's tough. That's a tough situation to be in. I don't wish no mental health issues on nobody. And I know breakups are tough. That shit can kick your ass. Okay, I wouldn't wish heartbreak on like my worst enemy. But, you know, I do think, and I have heard of it happening, with women that I've known in the past where they'd be in a situationship and they can't leave their ex. They feel stuck because every time they would end a relationship, the ex would be like, "I'm going to off myself. I'm going to commit senpaku, whatever the term is." Like they would, yeah, they would talk about offing themselves, and now it's like the girl would feel like they're responsible for the other person's life, and that's not fair, and that's messed up on so many levels. I feel like that's psychological, mental, and emotional manipulation, and it may not be intentional. I don't think all manipulation is intentional. So for all I know, she may not have meant to do that. You know, she's more just maybe she's just being vulnerable, and she's just, you know, letting her know like how much this means to her. I don't know. Okay, I like to try and be optimistic here. That's a tough situation to be in on both of their ends.
I caught her cheating. I'm trying to move forward, but she's blowing up my phone, trying to just get my attention, saying she's gonna do this. Even when she was going to the hospital, she was like, "I'm leaving." And then she was calling me in the hospital, bruh. And I talked to her parents. Her parents said that she only had like 3 calls or whatever. She kept on spamming me on the hospital phone, bruh. Like, bro.
I was considered a threat to myself. It was a terrible experience and one I would never wish on myself.
And then the moment she got out, she literally posted it on the internet. That's a personal thing that nobody had to know. But because you want to go ahead and post it on the internet, you want to gain sympathy. Before, it's like you almost knew that I was going to expose you for cheating on me with your cousin. Because why are you going to the internet about you being in a facility? If you're really trying to like fix your head and get yourself right, why are you trying to sympathy farm online by posting yourself in the facility talking about, for the past couple of days, I just came out because I tried to do this and that. Like, bro, that's sympathy farming. That's not something that needs to be on the internet. And I don't know what else to say, bro.
I kind of understand both perspectives here. I could definitely see where he's talking about, like with the sympathy farming, and like I spoke on in another video where, you know, like to me it's very interesting when people just record themselves crying to the camera. You know, like for what purposes? But she, I don't know. This whole thing is just. That's why I don't like to go picking sides soon. Really, I'm not picking any side here, but I don't like to form an opinion without hearing both sides. You know, because these two different sides are so like polar opposites. And it's one thing like we really do got to be mindful of is like some people do lie. I'm not saying Kenneth is the one lying here. I'm not saying that Kvrtez or Kathelina is the one lying here. Who knows? But, you know, if he's lying, that's crazy. If she's lying, that's feels even more crazy. Even more crazy. Man.
Or anybody else. I want to say to Snow Cone that while I understand I'm not perfect and I've done wrong, regardless of the
Oh, that's what I was gonna say too. My bad, but no, I keep pausing. Her posting that online, for all I know, may have been like her sharing a part of her story, knowing that some others will relate to her. You know, maybe it was like a cry for help, but I tend to think otherwise when people post stuff like that online, because that really is like a personal battle.
Mistakes that a person makes that doesn't give you or anybody else the right to belittle, lie, and create false allegations about somebody's mental health. Throughout all of this, you've lied and made up rumors about me in order to hate farm me and get attention. Even though you don't care, I want to let you know that the rumors you created have garnered me more death threats and have made my mental battle that much harder. And that hurts from someone I considered a close friend. Me and my ex were involved in a toxic and abusive relationship.
Toxic and abusive. Toxic and abusive. This is what they always fucking do. You see how the shift went from, I'm sorry for sending my cousin nudes. I'm sorry that you had to walk in on me showing my bare ass and my bare ass cheeks to my cousin on FaceTime. So me and my ex had a very toxic relationship, and it was very abusive. But you know what? Let's see what I did. Let's see how abusive I was, right? Okay, let's see.
When I was in love with him, I was blind to the harmful behavior and abuse that was going on. Our relationship was built on unhealthy emotional attachment, and I stayed because it was all that I knew. He was my first boyfriend. He was my first everything.
You stayed because that's all you, bro. There were so many times where I tried to get away from you, but literally at TwitchCon, bro, I was in LA with my boys, bro, and you was.
No, I think it's very interesting. For my fellas, y'all ever be dating a girl for a while and she start hitting you with you're a manipulator, you're a narcissist, you're abusive, whatever. They start throwing out these terms, and it's like, where is this coming from? You know, it's almost like you saw something online or somebody told you that's what I am, and you just ran with it. You know, so it's like it's very hard to take these words at face value. I will say that it is very hard to take these words at face value. I have legit been told in the past where like someone called me a manipulator. I'm like, no, I'm sharing my perspective. How's me sharing my perspective like trying to manipulate you? No, it's trying to be on the same page here, you know. But like, it's just any perspective that's different from your own and attempt to manipulate you. That shit is stupid.
Literally calling me, telling me that you was finna, you know, and then like, bro, like, I don't know, like, bro, I get soft around that. I get soft with that shit because like, bro, I don't want to be responsible. I care about you. I don't want to see you do that to yourself. But when you're calling me, spamming me, saying you're gonna do that, bro, keep in mind, TwitchCon was in San Diego. I was in LA. She started saying she was gonna do that stuff, saying how sad she was. This was like when we broke up or whatever, back in like TwitchCon last year. And then I drove all the way from LA to San Diego because she kept on threatening to do that to herself. And then, bro, it's just a mess, bro. Like, I have tried to leave several times. Yes, this was a toxic relationship, but stop trying to put the blame on me. You did what you did, and now you're trying to change the narrative to make it seem like I was a toxic, abusive boyfriend. Like, how can you do that right now, bro?
And I met him when I was 18, just graduated high school, and he was 21. There's two sides to every story.
I met him when I was 18, just graduated high school, and he was 21. First of all, you was a freshman in college, and I just turned 21, and I was literally a junior in college, okay? Now, I don't even know why that, like you try to make it seem like I was, like, no, I did not mess with you before you were 18. I messed with you after. Once you were in college, bro, like, what's going on right now? Like, you're trying so hard to make me look weird and to shift the focus, but bro, stop it, bro. It's not gonna work, bro.
And our relationship was unhealthy on both ends. And since he decided to bring my wrongdoings onto the internet, I believe it is only fair that I bring attention to the things that he has done to me, because my ex was never a saint like he paints himself out to be. We had a lot of arguments throughout our relationship, which was normal, but what wasn't normal was the verbal, mental, and physical abuse that he subjected me to.
Hey, by the way, y'all notice how she's reading the script, right? Like, can y'all, like, I wish I could just zoom in on her eyes. These soulless, evil eyes, and just see the fucking script on her PC screen, bro. This is sickening, bro. Like,
yeah, I was trying to be open-minded, but I felt the same. I very much felt the same. And the amount of cuts that there are, to me, is even more telling that it is a script and they're cutting the dead spaces.
These niggas really emailed her talking about, we gonna save you. All you gotta do is sign your soul away. Her soul is gone, bro. She's reading off a script they made. They orchestrated a whole story to bring me down. It's sick.
He put me through a lot in the past 2.5 years of us being together. He even forced himself on me at one point.
Say wallahi. Yo, hold on.
My ex dealt with a lot of anger issues.
Stop funny.
He would often use
Stop
me
funny.
Okay, no.
Fucking.
First of all, I've never forced myself on her. I've never forced myself on her. I've never put my hands on her. I've never done any of the sort, my nigga. First of all, this girl was literally like, I don't know what's the word, like over sexual or like overly freaky, but bro, she literally would force me to drink. I've never.
Do you think it was weird of you to force me to smoke or drink? I never smoked a full blunt before. Okay. How often you smoked? I smoked my last one. What? And weird. I smoked a lot without you knowing for the past year. I need more context. Why do they both just post like the most like fucking stupidest screenshots that don't really say much?
Drink or smoke in my life until I met this girl. I have African parents and I don't fuck with that shit. I remember there was a time she even forced me to get my matching tattoo. There was a time, I think it was at the tattoo.
Hey, my boy, can't nobody force you to get matching tattoos. Nobody. I did see a post. I saw the clip where he was talking to Platway Max about it, and he showed they had matching ankle tattoos. Can't nobody force that, brother. Nope.
Shop or whatever. I was on a double date. It was me, her, and 2 girls. They were gay or whatever. And bro, she was getting on me because I told her I did not want to smoke and drink, bro. She was literally in the hallway crashing out on me because I did not want to smoke and drink. This girl was a bad influence, always trying to force me to smoke and drink every fucking time she seen me, bro. Because she didn't know how to do anything, process or have fun without that shit, bro. Like, I just don't fuck with that shit. I don't fuck with smoking or drinking, but, you know, I just thought, you know, she's my ex or whatever. At the time, she was my girl or whatever. I was like, you know what, bro? Fuck it, bro. She wants to do it, then fuck it, bro. I'm gonna do it with her. But I never did that shit just to do it, bro. I don't fuck with that shit.
An outlet. For example, he would punch things, he would rip wires in the heat of conflicts. He would yell at me when I cried.
I would punch things, my nigga. I've never punched shit. What are you talking about, bro? And yes, I ain't gonna lie, early back in the day, I did have like slight anger issues or whatever, but I would never touch her. I would never put my hands on her. But yes, this is already on the internet. Like, every single time we break up, she goes to the internet and talks about this shit. Like, she's talked about this already. So why is she bringing this up again to make me look bad? Like, we're not forgetting the fucking bucket list, bro. We're not forgetting how you fucking cheated on me with your cousin. Or whatever, keep going.
Gaslit me until I believed I was the problem. There were 2 or 3 times.
Yeah, you gotta be really careful around like women like this. Really, really careful who will go and just word things a certain way to kind of shape a narrative. I've had experiences in my life where, you know, someone would try and say I put my hands on them, and it's like, no, I pushed you off of me. Literally, they're pressed against me, and I pushed them off of me, and that was like, you put your hands on a woman. It's like, bro, what the? There's no winning. There's no winning. There's no winning. There's no winning. Okay, anytime things get any type of way, you gotta just remove yourself. There's no winning. There's nothing that you can do as like a man in the United States with stuff like this. Like, I feel like once someone start making type of allegations, like, you gotta just, you know, clarify and move the fuck on. It's like shit like that. If there was any chance ever of them making up and getting back together further down the line, some years down the line, that shit is gone now. That shit is out the window. That shit is out the window. Because this is some serious allegations to be making. You know, they both young, so who knows? Maybe some years down the line, they both regret coming to the internet about this, but excuse me, this shit is crazy.
Where my ex would approach me unprovoked and put me in a chokehold against the wall. And
put you in a chokehold? Like, you're making me seem like I'm the fucking, like I'm a fucking devil. Put you in a chokehold? Does that, yo, like, anybody that knows me in real life, does that even sound like something I would do? You're telling me I would? I
will say, though, like, I gotta give the benefit of the doubt to both people here, because who knows who's really telling the truth. I'm pretty sure if he actually did do this, and she came to the internet and went public with it, I don't think if he actually did it would have been like, well, yeah, I did put my hands on her because of blank. Yeah, I choked her up against the wall because of blank. No, I don't think someone who actually did it would just straight up like take ownership of that. You know, so it's really hard. It's really hard to discern what's reality and what's not. And the only people who will really know the truth here is them. Is the 2 of them. And then it's like, you never know. You never know. I remember there was someone I used to play the game with way back when. Never would have thought that. Like, we'd all make jokes, talk shit. You feel me? And I just randomly ran out of nowhere. Just had somebody DM me years ago, and they was like, yo, your boy is a woman beater. And I'm like, nah, what are you talking about? Like, show me. I need some type of proof, because this don't make no sense. I can't even picture this. And they sent me the proof, the video proof, where he was beating on a woman. And I never would have expected that. I never would have thought that. So I gotta give the benefit of the doubt here. I hate to say that, but you never know. You really do never know.
Walk up to you and just fucking put you in a chokehold. What type of shit is that, bro? Like, nigga, I've never heard you say that shit ever. Like, where's the proof, bro? Like how are you saying this with a straight face? This gotta be a script.
Scared, and he wouldn't. The next thing I'm about to say are serious allegations that I know men often get falsely accused of.
Falsely accused. So you're about to falsely accuse me like every other girl does to niggas, bruh. Let's see what you got to say.
But at the end of the day, all I can do is come on here, tell my truth, tell my story, whether you want to believe it or not. There was a time when me and my ex were drinking, and he forced himself onto me.
Every single time we drank, she forced me to drink. Every single time we drank, she forced me to drink. She would always say, I want to see you blackout drunk. I want to see you drunk. I want you to just get loose and do whatever. But that's not the point, because I've never forced myself onto you. Never. Every single time we did something, we had consent. You know why? You know why? Because you're the overly sexual one. I'm a nonchalant ass nigga. I'd be chilling in my own world. And I think that's what made you mad. I think that's what made you think I don't like you, because I'm not always trying to fuck. I'm not always trying to have sex, because I believe there's more to just sex, bro. You're always, every single day. Like, bro, when we were long distance, we was literally cracking every single day, 2 times a day.
I'm not gonna lie though, like I think that's like most man's dream, you know, to be doing that on a regular basis. Not everyone has that same libido, if that's the right term. But like, hey, shit, if my girl wanted to be on that tap time every day, I'm oh, what?
In the moment I told her I don't want to do it, I can't do it, she would gaslight me, say I don't love her. She would start crying. She would just force me, bruh. Like, bro.
You know what it sound like? Y'all seen that movie Obsession? I'm kind of getting those vibes.
And then when she moved over here, obviously I see her every single day, so it's impossible to do that shit every single day. And I think that's what got in her head. And that's when she started saying stuff like, I thought you didn't like me no more. I thought you never touched me no more. And that's when I guess she cheated on me with her cousin. But I don't know. Like, that's just what she wants y'all to believe, bro. But I don't.
And it hurt, and I cried, and I begged him to stop, but he never did. At the time,
like,
What I will say, one person has a lot more passion. A lot more passion in their words and their body language, their facial expressions. And these things to me matter a lot. Like, yeah, somebody could be acting, but like in a situation like this, I almost want to believe him more, as he seems like a lot more like actually worked up and natural responses, you know, natural body language, things like that. Whereas hers, like, she's stiff, she look like she reading, it's more edited, like that's a lot of things going on here.
Come on, bro. Are you dead ass? You begged me to stop and I never. Bro, come on, bro.
He was very rough on me, which resulted in me getting a cut on my insides. Luckily, I was able to take video footage.
Y'all seen how she just looked at the script?
Luckily, I was able to take video footage of the blood on the scene and a graphic photo of the damage that resulted.
Let me see this. Okay. Yes. Okay. So, Saturday, July 13th, okay? 2 days before your birthday. There's blood on the floor, right? There's no way out of this one. Tell me why July 18th, the same year, by the way, a couple days after your birthday, there's blood on the sheets and on the pillows. You know why? Because you're a freak and you always wanted me to crack. Always. Even when you was on,
Okay.
you know, your period. That time of the month.
I'm coming, baby. Don't bleed everywhere. I'm bleeding everywhere. You still better D me down. Bloody and all. Freaked out. Y'all just nasty. Y'all nasty. Oh my God. So what you're saying is the blood on the sheets, the pillow on the floor are from y'all doing bedroom gymnastics while she's on her cycle? I guess that would make sense, but like that is, if that's the case, that is such a crazy stretch for her to even try and make that remark.
You thought if I didn't do it, I would think of you as disgusting. I didn't love you. So you know what? That's when I explored that and we started doing that. And I always had consent because that's what you wanted. You liked doing vampire sex. So what's on the floor is not the results of me doing that to you. That's just consent and what we had going on. I would never force myself onto you. I always.
You see why, like, you always gotta hear the other party's perspective. You always got to, because the people who only watch her, and they're only listening to her side of things, like they probably looking at this man like he is like the reincarnation of Satan himself. And who knows? I don't know him on a personal level, so I can't really say, but like based off of how he's tackling these points that she's making, it does seem to discredit a lot of what she's saying.
Had consent. I had proof from you. You always expressed how you wanted to do it during that time of month, and we did. The proof is in the pudding, bruh. So you're telling me July 13th, you're telling me what, like fucking, cause this is a hotel, by the way. The sheets get changed. Shit gets clean. So you're telling me 13 to 18, 5 days later, I did it again? I did it again to you? I did the same exact thing I did on the 13th, on the 18th again to you? But aside from that, we broke up tons of times and she always ran to the internet. Why, if this really happened, why was this never a talking point in every single time you streamed once we broke up? It was always stuff like, oh, he would yell at me. Oh, something about the airport. He left me at the airport. Why was this never a topic? Why, matter of fact, why was this never brought to the police? Why is this only coming to the light now? I bet $100,000 that nobody in the world can say that you told them this. This is false. This is cap. And I know this is what the fucking reputation savers told you to look for. Any proof of fucking violence or SA. Like, you're sick and you're not gonna manipulate these people, bro. You're not gonna do that, bro. Fuck no.
After all this abuse, I formed a trauma bond with my ex, which made it hard for me to leave and left me in a cycle of half-hearted apologies that I
Made it hard for you to leave, bro? What?
continue to accept. This was a memory of mine that was heavily repressed because I didn't know how to process it at the time, and I was very oblivious to what a healthy relationship was supposed to look like. After 1 year of mental torment and trying to get my ex to change to no avail, I left. Here's proof of my ex admitting to his anger issues and admitting to the abuse that led to the fallout of our relationship.
This was like our first breakup, by the way. We have like 4 more where I broke up with her and whatever.
The letters that he wrote for me, where he confessed to his abuse and confessed to the wrongdoing.
By the way, this has nothing to do with you cheating on me with your cousin, by the way. This has to do with me trying to get you back after the first time we broke up because I had anger issues. And I agreed that I would yell a lot, but I never put my hands on you. Never did that. Never.
He put me through in our relationship. I also have a screenshot of a 20-minute confession where he confessed to his wrongdoings, and he made it for me in order to convince me to continue being in a relationship with him.
You know what? It makes sense now because he did say that was their first breakup. And going back to the screenshot, that was October of 2024. I don't know the month, but in 2024. And they say they dated for 2 years. So that makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense.
I tried to re-access the link in order to showcase the video for you guys today, but it was sent by him and it was privated by him, so I no longer have access to it. My ex often tried to use money as a way to avoid responsibility for his shortcomings. I'm very grateful for everything my ex bought for me. However, I don't
What, nigga? What? You're the last person. Bro, hold on.
appreciate insisting that I was freeloading off of him when everything he ever did was his choice, and I don't.
Everything I did was my choice. Everything I did was my choice. Are you fucking dead ass? You know how much money I spent on you and you're saying that was my choice? Bruh, I did everything for you. You got a car that didn't even fucking work. So you know what I did? I helped you take it to the shop and paid for everything. You missed flights that you were supposed to make on time. And because you were stranded at the airport, you know what you did? You called me so I could pay for those flights. But even if you didn't call me to pay for those flights, you had other people paying for you. Your mod manager, his name is X. I don't know who the fuck he is, but I would go to your Cash App and you had thousands sent to you. And meanwhile, I'm working my ass off. You had money on the side coming from this nigga and you just don't even help. You just, I don't know what it went to or what you did with that money, but you just had money coming in from multiple other guys. And I'm guessing that's why you're saying that you didn't even fucking like ask me to help you because you had money from other guys. But the whole time you was asking me, you was asking me to buy you food, you asked me to buy you this, take you there, buy you flights, take you to Universal Studios, $2,000 trip, by the way, pay for everything, flights, everything. But okay, all right.
Oh my God. No. Bruh, if you know, you know, but God. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm trying not to be biased. I'm trying to stand in the middle. But hearing his explanation of that shit damn near hit close to home to what I've experienced in the past. That shit low-key got my blood boiling. Low-key. That shit got my blood boiling. Not gonna lie. Because imagine you do all that for somebody. And they hit you with well, you did it because you wanted to. Shit sound ungrateful as fuck. You feel me? When the whole time you're doing it for them because you want them to be happy. And then to go and you're doing all these things and you kind of find out that she's had guys sending her money the whole time. The whole time? What? What? First off, we in a relationship. What the fuck is nigga sending you money for? You need money? Come to me. Even if I don't got it, I'm gonna find a way. Don't go accepting no guys, no money from no random ass niggas. You feel me? We don't move like that. Hell no. And the worst thing isn't the fact that she was accepting the money. It was the fact that she was doing it behind his back. That's my thing.
Should just be reduced to illicit expenses either. Monetary value does not disregard toxic behaviors. After all these gestures, I took my ex back in February of 2025. And in March of that year, after leaving him from the airport, I was set into a spiral of losing myself and wanting to seek therapy. Here's the video.
Bro, like, come on. Why are you playing the victim, my nigga? You talked about this on the internet when we broke up like 1 year ago, bro. Like, you're really trying so hard to bring up stuff that doesn't even correlate to you cheating on me with your cousin to make me look bad, bro. I see right through this. The internet sees right through this. Bro, if anything, bro, you emailed fucking crisis and reputation saver, bro. Like, it's done, bro. You're done, bro. But whatever. Keep talking.
Like, I just don't know what I'm doing, but like, I feel
like, bro, this doesn't show nothing, bro. Like, bro, yes, we've broken up many times.
That's what I was saying.
You went to the airport, but every single time I would come and bring you back, that's like, we was toxic. Yes, we had a toxic relationship. The internet already knew that. You brought this to the internet many times. There's clips of you talk about me, lying on me already, bro.
I'm sorry, just so like non-descriptive, but I just kind of want to.
I already seen this clip. I just want to see what he got to say.
Was
at all.
I had sent this video to a friend. By the way, she sent this to the guy who sends her every single dollar she had to her name. His name was Kvrtez. He basically was a sugar daddy that she didn't really talk to me about. She would FaceTime him at times. I really wish I knew what they were FaceTiming about. Maybe it was some cousin shit. I don't know. But yeah, a lot of times she would say this is her friend, but nah, it's Kvrtez. It's.
Oh my God. Hey, y'all, for my fellas, y'all gotta be real careful. Y'all gotta be real careful. Okay? Because this is just, come on.
Her sugar daddy. Because you know why? Because he would often pay for her Ubers, pay for her rebookings if she missed a flight, pay for all of that.
At the end of the day, I chose to stay in this relationship and I made my mistakes. I regret
Like, I hate how you're trying to make it seem like you was trapped in here, bro.
What's interesting to me is, like, if they're your mod in your chat, aren't the mods from what I understand are usually paid by the streamers, or they'll get some type of like access that like the regular audience doesn't get, because they're moderating, they're doing extra work for the streamer themselves. So why for the life of me is your mod buying you tickets or paying for flight changes or paying for anything for you? Why would your mod, that's not your man, be doing that? They should be getting paid by you, not be paying for things for you. Fellas, do better.
Like, come on, bro. Like, I fought demons to leave your ass, bruh. I fought fucking demons to leave you, nigga. I was fighting demons, bro. Everybody that knows me knows that you, like, manipulated me, and I was fighting demons. I tried leaving several times, bro. Several times, but each time I tried to leave, it was, Kenneth, please, I'm about to. Manipulation, bro. Like, it's just like, bruh.
Everything I did, and I wish I could take it all back. I never wanted to hurt anybody, and I understand how badly I messed up. The only thing I can do from now is take the time to better myself and to heal.
Yeah, so after all that, so yeah, basically I cheated on Kenneth with my cousin. But you know what? He did all of this in the past and some things that I just found out because the crisis reputation saver people told me to lie about. But, you know, after all that, I'm sorry again for cheating with my cousin.
The next and final thing I would like to discuss is my mental health. Throughout everything that has happened, I have come to terms with the fact that I suffer with depression.
Depression. Depression. What type of depression makes you send nudes to your cousin? What type of depression makes you lie to me that you're going to stream in Kentucky just to hang out with your cousin? What type of depression does that, bruh? That's not depression. Why do girls always play the I'm depressed? I'm depressed, so I went ahead and spread my legs and took pictures down there to send to my cousin because I'm depressed. In my house, by the way, in the other room, by the way, door is locked. I always wondered why the doors were locked, but you know, it makes sense now. It makes so much sense now.
That's wild. And one thing for damn sure, hey, I pay the bills in this motherfucker. What the fuck we locking doors for? Because I done seen everything. I done seen every angle of you, every inch of you. There ain't shit that I haven't seen, so what we locking doors for? I'm all for privacy. Close the door if you need to. You think what we locking doors for? What you got to hide? What you got to hide? Clearly she had a lot to hide. Man, what?
Everything that has happened, I have come to terms. I chose to stay in this relationship and I made my mistakes. I regret everything I did and I wish I could take it all back. I never wanted to hurt anybody and I understand how badly I messed
Not a single tear in those eyes, by the way. And she's reading a script.
up. The only thing I can do from now is take the time to better myself and to heal. The next and final thing I would like to discuss is my mental health. Throughout everything that has happened, I have come to terms with the fact that I suffer with depression. It's a battle that I've been unknowingly fighting for understanding myself. They need when they need it, and it can often lead to self-destruction multiple times. And the only reason I'm here right now is because I felt helpless, and every day I would struggle with finding a reason to continue to live. I often felt like the world would be a better place without me.
What's killing me is right now, all in the beginning of the video, all leading up to now, you see he's like very passionate about what's being said. He's passionately responding. Look at his face now. He is so over this conversation. This is the face of someone who just like they gave up. They gave up. Like I done gave up in believing that you're a good person. Because what the fuck is this?
The suicide facility that I was admitted to, fair and inhumane treatment that these people receive.
Like, bro, you really trying to sympathy farm, bro? I'm the victim. God, bro, like, nigga, I'm the victim. Even in the height of the situation, I had a calm voice catching you cheat on me. I didn't put hands on you catching you cheat on me. I didn't do nothing. I told you to leave my house, and that's what you did. Like, I'm not the bad guy, and you're not gonna sit here and put all these false allegations on me and make me seem like I'm the bad guy, bro. Like, it's fucking sick.
And from my experience there and my own personal journey, I've been very motivated to advocate for better resources and more attention given to these people to assist them in getting the proper help that they need. I understand that my actions have consequences, and I also understand how the internet works. So I knew the hate was inevitable, and I have no problem with facing that. However, I do want to remind you guys.
By the way, the moment I posted that video, you deleted all your accounts. And days before I posted that video, you started sympathy farming on your Instagram story, posting about how you was in the facility and how the facility treated you so wrong. And then you started texting people saying, yeah, life has been tough. But, you know, you just never really came to terms with what you did, which was cheat on me with your cousin. And I still think even now you believe you're in the right. I still don't think you, like, fathom what you did. Like, I think this was just a way to try to fix your PR, but I just think you dug yourself a bigger grave with this one. You should have just, I don't know.
Guys, that I am still a human being, and I don't think anyone deserves the immense cyberbullying and non-stop death threats that I've received in the past few days. I do believe that bringing all of this to the internet and the way my ex did was completely wrong. And
every single time we broke up in the past 5+ times, you brought it to the internet. You're the streamer. You literally go on live and tell them everything, every single thing I did. Bro, if you're her mod, bro, come on, bro. Don't even fucking lie, bro. She would speak on everything, bring it to the internet every single time. And I kept my mouth shut. Even when she lied to me, even when she lied on my name, I kept my mouth shut because I just didn't want to bring our personal relationship to the internet. This is the one time I snapped, and it's because I found her cheating on me with her cousin in my house, and I have a valid reason to bring that to the internet, and I don't care what nobody says. If you're in my situation, if the roles were reversed and she caught me cheating and I was doing some shit with my cousin, bro, she would have brought this to the internet instantly to shame me. Like, what the fuck, bro?
Invasive. It felt like a breach in our privacy. I know a lot of people don't believe I deserve the platform that I have and don't think I should come back to the internet at all.
Almost done.
I understand. What I did is undoable, it's terrible, and I can't tell you enough how much I regret it. However, I do want to.
You don't fuck, bro. You don't regret it, bro, and I don't even think you understand how wrong it is. Because the way you're texting me, the way you're saying I'm sorry, but you know what? I could get you into Stream University though. I'll buy you your.
I'll pay for everything. I'll take us places. This is recent too. This is what, like a week and a half ago. I'll take us places. Take us to Mexico. I'll get you in Stream University. I'll get you the Hellcat you wanted. I'll get you that golden doodle you wanted. I'll get you the world. You don't have to do anything for me anymore. Nothing. Just please, I need you. Tell me you're there, Kenneth. Tell me this isn't the end of us. Tell me I can fix this and make it better, please. I need you. I'm so fucking sorry, please. What the fuck? What the fuck? Okay.
Favorite car and your favorite dog. Like, bro, like this, like you're insane. Like, what did I get myself into, bro? What the fuck did I get myself into, bro? What did I get myself into, bro? Like, why me, bro? I'm just trying to like live my life, move forward in life. Why am I going through this, bro?
I do want to be able to use my platform to raise awareness for mental health because I know there's a lot of
Nigga, nobody wants to listen to someone who cheated on their boyfriend with their cousin. You're not, bro. What are you talking about? Who's gonna want to listen to you? That's
he's not wrong.
You could go to jail for that.
out there who are just like me, who are struggling and they don't even know it.
Nobody's struggling with fucking keeping their fucking hands to themselves and fucking not texting their cousin in a sexual way. You're the only one struggling with this. Who the fuck else is struggling with this? This is not depression. This is incest. Stop. Yo, people who are actually depressed, I'm sorry, because she's making fun of your fucking disorder.
Damn.
This is not depression.
And I will be back to doing what I love. Because at the end of the day, I want to use my platform to help people. And I do.
You want to use your platform to help people. Okay, to all of those who have cheated on your boyfriends with your cousin, just know it's okay. It happens. Looking at it, it's like, what, bro? Like, you can't use your platform to help. You cheated on me with your cousin. That's incest. And I just wish we live in a day and age where you fucking, like, bro, like, I have videos of your cousin's meat. I have videos of this down there in your ass. They were in your hidden. They were in your Snapchat camera roll with your cousin. Y'all exchanged nudes tons of times. Y'all, you're not telling me shit, but y'all was in the same hotel room. He was dancing, y'all. He was grabbing on you. Come on now. You're not gonna lie to me.
I believe after I get stronger and I get help, I can do that. To my community and to all my supporters, I'm so sorry I let you guys down. I'm so sorry I disappointed you guys. And if you are still here to support me, thank you. If not, that's okay too. Thank you for your time. And thank you for listening.
Like, bro, like, yo, hey, shout out to the fucking PR reputation recovery people. Y'all surprised me with this one. I ain't know it was gonna be that good, bro. Not one single tear dropped in this video. That would have made it a little bit more believable. But hey, man, I'm not gonna lie. This girl is insane. She really fucking tried it, but everything she said was a lie. She brought up old, irrelevant information that has nothing to do with the fact that she cheated on me with her cousin. I never forced myself onto her. I never put my hands on her. I never forced myself onto her. Everything was consensual. Every fucking thing, and that's on everything. That's on God. That's on everything. I will be taking this girl to court because this, like, you're not finna fucking that's defamation of character right there. That is sick. I didn't lie. I didn't say a single lie about what you did. I provided millions of evidence. I caught you. So why are you trying to make me look bad? You're the fucking cheater. You cheated on me with your cousin. I'm not gonna lie, bro. When I first seen this video drop, bro, my heart fucking dropped, bro. It took me so long to be able to record this. But, bro, I'm not gonna sit here and let her try to tarnish my image, bro. Like I said, you need help. You can't just try to come out to the internet and tarnish my name. It's not gonna work because I will always have a counter. So don't try that shit. Just own up to what you did and move forward. Okay? Stop trying to play victim. I'm the victim of the situation. I got cheated on. And this is what happens with a lot of males in this generation. The girls always try to manipulate the fucking internet, manipulate the world, have a sad face and play victim and play the SA card and make false allegations. But no, bruh. That shit is fucking dead, bro. I'm not gonna sit here and allow that to happen no more, bro. People who make false allegations need to get arrested, bro. So like I said,
I do genuinely believe people who make false allegations about like things that can be arrestable offenses, that should be an arrestable offense in itself. Like if you go and lie and you say that someone did some things that will get them arrested, and it turns out that you completely falsified that information, you need to be locked up. You need to. That should be an arrestable offense. That shit is so foul. That is so foul. That can completely ruin someone's character, their social life, their career. Like it ruins them on so many different levels.
Said I will be taking this to court, and if she ends up making more shit, I will respond if I have to. But like I said, she's fucking lying about everything. and she's sick in the head. Thank you to everyone who's been reaching out and supporting me so far, bro. I really appreciate your support.
Damn. Bro, it was crazy. I want to have empathy towards her, okay? I believe in expressing empathy towards everyone. That's something I genuinely try to do. I try to be open-minded. I try not to pick sides, but it's really hard not to pick a side here. It's really hard not to see, like, not to discern what's reality and what's not. It's hard not to see that. You feel me? And I could be very wrong, and he could be lying. She could be lying. Who really knows? But I'm willing to bet on the fact that she's fabricating information here. I'm willing to bet money on that. I would bet on that. And this is messed up. This is messed up. Whoever reached out to her and gave her this whole script, they wrong for that. They wrong. They should be locked up right with her. If they are lying. If she's lying. Okay? This shit crazy. I'm here for it though. I'm here. I'm here for it. Shit.